support by Dr. Prabhu. Yes. In China, 5,000 years ago of their civilization, water is the source of life. Water maintains the health of life, and it is the most pragmatic and nourishing outing. 𝗪𝗛 Health Industry Group in the ever-changing innovation industry. Same company focus on the best quality product, the sales, distribution, and its utmost service, production, sales, and research. Based extension granting to all countries over the globe, human health is the ultimate goal. Power to strive to become a global leader in the innovative health industry company and build a powerful brand as a high point of economic competition. And the entry point is dedicated to penetrate more and more homes of places. The golden global economic structure of influence in health industry. The strategic layout of 𝗪𝗛 technologies breaks the regional and humanistic barriers and becomes a more deeply rooted super brand. It is committed to the production of 𝗪𝗛 Health living series of products. It is also the global steward who applied 𝗪𝗛 technology to the water treatment field. After some patented technology, the leader of the Chinese market has established a training system and heralded the culture of healthy water distributing to homes all over the globe, enhancing the quality of life. We are truly honored that Shenzhen 𝗪𝗛 Research Group has chosen Malaysia to share this fantastic 𝗪𝗛 water device to all other parts of the world. The company has also launched some other quality products. For example, M&M, peptides, and other health series. So, dear friends, we are thankful to our 001, Mr. George Neo, the key person who has brought this water device to us. So, before we start, I hope every one of us who has on the video, you could put on your proper attire, and it is good that you could mute your mic so that there will be no interruption in between. And also, at the end of the session, after Dr. Prabhu sharing, we will have a Q&A session. So any one of you can put up your question for Dr. Prabhu to assist us and advise us. So, Dr. Prabhu, he has been sharing so many episodes with us on health information. He is a member of world-renowned medical group, a well-known epigenetic wellness doctor and ENT surgeon, and also he has written much for the medical journals and magazines. So without any delay, let's invite Dr. Prabhu. Good evening, Dr. Prabhu.
Okay, very good evening, Madam Lee. Are you able to hear clearly?
Yes.
Okay, I just drank a little bit of 𝗪𝗛 water so that my voice doesn't break like what yours has been breaking. It was a little, not a clear voice we could hear. I think this is a problem we all would face in this IT world where we are using all wireless technology. But nevertheless, my voice is clear, isn't it? It's clear?
Yes, very clear. All
Yes,
Fantastic.
it's
So
clear, Dr.
that
Prabhu.
means, oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Brian and Madam Lee. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. And then the most beautiful part of our journey being that without you all, of course, we can't be hosting this event. And then without Brian, without George, without Madam Lee, without other people, everybody are pillars and the beautiful souls who always never fail to attend this Zoom meeting, which really gives us a lot of enthusiasm for me to move forward. So, saying that, of course, the previous 2 weeks we had spoken about the heart care part 1 and part 2, and just a recap of the last 2 weeks is we need to have a proper nutrition, we need to have regular exercise, regular proper rest, appropriate blood viscosity, which plays a very important role, and other than that the vessel wall flexibility, and the sixth one which I had mentioned as proper microcirculation plays a real very important role. The reason is if your microcirculation is good, most of the time you will not encounter issue with your heart blocks, because there will be automatically parallel pathways. Just like what happens is when the main highways are congested, what we normally guys do is we'll take all the Kampung road and then bypass the main highway jam and then we go out, right? This is what we all do. The same way in our body system also we do have collaterals. Now this is what is very important to understand, that collaterals play a very important role in our blood circulation. This is a natural mechanism. If there is a block, what happens naturally in our body is it starts opening up with a new vessels and a parallel opening which happens naturally. Now only when there are difficult situation in terms of appropriate nutrition, in terms of appropriate exercise, if we do not have all this, then of course the forming of the new vessels may not happen. So if that doesn't happen, automatically your major vessel which is blocked, which will create a situation where you will end up with a pain, and then after that of course the people will call it as a heart attack. Now once heart attack happens and your muscles die, it becomes difficult for the body to recoup back. For the reason is it depends on your age when you get a heart attack. If you are all 50 plus, just imagine that you need to have stem cells basically for you to rego and regenerate the tissue down there. It can be a muscle cells, the cardiac muscle cells especially. Now as we age, of course our stem cells also will go down. In that way there are many factors which definitely will affect our health as we are progressing forward in our age. So we can call it, we need to gracefully age. But at the same time we do have all the technologies available, with all the supports available along with whatever we have today, and if we can combine with our intelligence wherein we pick all the important things what is available and then incorporate in our journey, then things starts becoming much more easier. So in that way today if you see every other person, either they will have a diabetes, along with that they will say the brother is blood pressure, he will also be along with the diabetes, it will also come. But when these two guys are there, there will be a third production automatically will happen, is they will have heart issues. Now why is that? Because if you have diabetes, definitely there will be nutritional deficiency as well. Now when you have a nutritional deficiency in a long run, now this is a very common problem I face with people. When I ask them, they would say doctor, I have been diabetic for 5 years or 10 years. So I'll ask them, what kind of vitamins are you taking? They will say they are not taking any vitamins, they are not on any supportive supplements. Now just imagine you're on a chemical medication taking in every day without fail. On the other side there will be definitely, when you're taking one chemical, it will make way for a deficiency of your either a nutraceutical or a vitamin, or it will block the vitamin being absorbed into your system. Now in that way I'm going to give you a very general picture of what medications can cause nutritional deficiency. So it is just a gross this one, so that you understand, if at all if you are taking those medicines, you need to understand that you would be facing a situation where you will have vitamin deficiencies. So in that way, before I proceed with those that particular slide, now you need to increase the collaterals, isn't it? One of the easiest and the simplest way, of course, if you are an youngster, or you can use skipping as one of the methods for you to increase your heart rate. But the other one, if you can see on the slide here, is the half squats. This is the most easiest and simplest way. Is what you need to do is, in a particular place with 1 feet distance of your foot down there, keep your firm foot on the ground and then go half squat. You take a deep breath, and then when you leave the breath, you go down. So keeping your arms straight and parallel. So this is called as a half squat. If you can repeat this 10 times initially, it's good enough. You may repeat it in one day 3 or 4 times, so that 10 sets into 3 or 4 times. But if you can do 20 in one sitting, see, the advantage of this particular exercise is it strengthens your calf muscle, number one. When it strengthens the calf muscle is able to pump the blood back to the heart more easily. Many of us would have a problem for the calf muscle not able to pump the blood back to the heart, because hardly we do exercise like this. We are just straight, normal walking we do, but other than that we don't do sit-ups like this, wherein we try to push the blood against gravity back to the heart. So this particular exercise will definitely help you, number one, to strengthen your knee joint. This is very important. Number two, it will strengthen your calf muscle. Number three is your spine also will be strengthened. But number four automatically will be is your heart will feel very happy that the blood is already pumped back to the heart, so that it goes for a purification and then repumping back to all the parts of your body. So it is actually a synchronizing benefit which happens for the body, for which you and I need to support the body in a little way. Now, of course, increasing the collaterals, there are a lot of other methods available in the market. I'm not going to talk very detailed into those things. Best basic is go for regular exercise, and this half squats is good enough for you to increase your collaterals. Thereby, when you do it regularly, of course, the vessels which are all blocked will automatically open up. Even going and sitting in sauna, in the hot room wherein we call it a sauna, the temperature is quite high. Your vessels of the skin and all open up. It's one of the easiest way of improving a detoxification. That is also another advantage if you can go for sauna. But other than the exercises, the very important thing what you can see in this slide, this is very important. What you need to see is, if I see very commonly people telling, I have gastritis, doctor, and I am taking whatever the medications are. Now, the moment you're taking this medication, can you believe if you're taking it for more than 3 months, it's good enough, it will automatically cause what kind of can you see there? Vitamin B12, folic acid. Folic acid is vitamin B9, then vitamin D3. Today you see every other person or every other if you are in the nutraceutical division or functional medicine, people will be talking about vitamin D3. They are taking capsules. Even when you expose yourself to sun, also your vitamin D3 is produced. Now, other than that, can you see the calcium? Then we have the iron. Then we have the zinc deficiency. If you look at these vitamins, very important. If you look at number one, vitamin D3, can you believe we have 50 trillion cells? Now, in the 50 trillion cells, every cell in your body will have a vitamin D3 receptors. That means it will receive the vitamin D3 for its function. It needs it. Now, if you have deficiency of this, now why will you have a deficiency of this? Because we are very proudly sitting in an aircon room and maybe in an executive room, thinking that we are all executive CEOs and MDs in an air-conditioned room. Now, we are not even exposed outside to sun, not even once. 9 to probably we work from morning 7 until evening 7. So what happens? Your body is never exposed to vitamin D3. If it doesn't happen, what will happen? definitely your body cells will have, even though it has vitamin D3 receptors, vitamin D3 is not going inside. But of course, what you will be, you will be popping in the vitamin D3 capsules. But how much of the capsule can go inside and then help you to get absorbed? In one, just the simplest way I can explain to you is, if you expose yourself for 1 hour, 1 hour to the sun naturally, if you expose your back, most of the time we would tell expose your back to the sun so that directly it falls on you. 1 hour exposure will absorb a minimum of 20,000 international units of vitamin D3 naturally. But how many of us can expose ourselves for 1 hour in the sun every day? We don't have time. Now, when you are taking antacids for gastric problem or burning sensation, definitely you will have all these deficiencies. Now, another very very important vitamin in your day-to-day life will be vitamin B12 and folic acid. These two are very very important. Now, there is one secret I would like to share here is, you would have seen, probably if your wives are pregnant or any woman who is pregnant goes to a doctor, and they find that she's pregnant. What do? They will first prescribe is the folic acid tablets, 5 milligram every day you have to take. Now, why do they give that is, it is a tool. Basically, it's a vitamin which is necessary for your nerve development, your brain development. It is very very important. This is what most of us know. But let me tell you, folic acid, even an adult or a man, he also needs folic acid for the reason. And I see a lot of people having this vitamin B9. It's called vitamin B9. Folic acid is vitamin B9. If this is deficient, do you know what is the problem we will be facing? Inflammation. Now, there is a pathway in our system in the liver where there is a conversion of something called homocysteine, which causes inflammation in your vessels. Now, this is how, when there is an inflammation, there is a signal to the liver asking, see, there is an inflammation, I have an injury here, can you do something? So what happens? The liver will produce extra cholesterol to go and block this inflammation. Can you see here what happens? There is an inflammation happening because of your vitamin B12 and folic acid. It's a very simple vitamin. And you are very happily taking antacids. Now what happens? Over a period of time, because of this deficiency, your liver is not able to metabolize that particular amino acid, and then your homocysteine will start accumulating. If there is too much of homocysteine, definitely there is inflammation. Now if there is inflammation, automatically your cholesterols will automatically go high. If the cholesterol goes high, in turn that will lead to all the blocks. And in turn what will happen? You will have aches and pains where nobody can explain. You will say, I have headache or body ache or leg pain, but nobody can give you exactly, okay, this problem and this is what we need to. But if you go back to the situation and see, it's just the vitamin deficiency. It's the B complex. Now, there's another area problem we will be facing is, you can take B complex orally, but will it be absorbed? But if you are taking regular antacid and you are going to continue with the supportive supplement of B12, maybe a little bit of course of vitamin B12 can be absorbed, but the best would be is to take it in an injectable form. Weekly once is good enough. You will definitely feel much better. And especially if you're a diabetic, it's always better you see to that you take the B12 regularly, for the reason that, of course, people would be given neurobion, something called neurobion tablets, wherein it's B1, B6 and B12. These three definitely is very important if you're a diabetic, because you would be having less of all these vitamin. Now, other than that, if you look at the picture down here, what is that we see? Antibiotics. Now we proudly, whenever we go to a doctor, of course we would be given some antibiotics. Now I have very rarely seen that when a person takes antibiotic, it should be given with multivitamins or B complex along with the antibiotics. Now this is the training I received when, as a husband, I'm talking about 35 years ago. My professor, 100%, if you write an antibiotic, along with that you should write down multivitamins or B complex. It should be there in the prescription. Otherwise he will definitely reprimand us. So what happened, even today, If I write an antibiotic, automatically I would have to write the vitamins. Can you see what are the deficiencies you are having when you are on this particular antibiotic? Definitely there is deficiency of B complex, and of course your intestinal bacteria, uh, also the good bacteria, that also gets affected. If good bacteria go low, what will happen? Who is the one person who will be very very happy? It is your bad bacteria. If the bad bacteria are more, you will feel very bloated sensation, uneasiness, and you will feel, somewhat very very lethargic, because all the bad bacteria are really playing the game down there, wherein your good bacteria. So here also, whenever you are on an antibiotic, you need to have a proper supportive supplements of the nutrients. Very very important. Now can you see anti-diabetic drugs? People very commonly taking the glucophage or tolinase or micronase or whatever the anti-diabetic medication you take. Can you see here CoQ10? Now CoQ10 is a very very important vitamin which is necessary for every cell of your body. But do you know the maximum concentration of this CoQ10 is in your heart? See, God created in such a beautiful way. Heart needs CoQ10 from birth until you die. But most of the time what happens is, when you are 30 years plus, your CoQ10 starts coming down, and by 40 years it goes down, and by 50 years automatically it will go down to almost 50% and below. Now added to that, proudly we will be telling at 25 years, like as today morning I was in the gym and this guy was only 25 years old, and he was telling me, doctor, I have diabetic. I'm a diabetic and I'm on medication. I said, how old are you? He said 25 years. Just imagine today, just 25-year-old can be affected with this dietary disease. So basically diabetic is a dietary disease. Now along with the medication, dietary your diabetic medication, if imagine you are having less of vitamin B complex, your CoQ10 is less. Don't you think that if you have CoQ10 less, definitely that's a vitamin which is necessary for your heart? Don't you think your heart will find it difficult to do its job? It needs the nutrient and it needs the energy. Now CoQ10 automatically gets converted to the energy. Now if the energy is less, how the heart? But the heart cannot tell you, sir, I'm going to stop for a while, I want to really rest, I did a lot of work today, very stressful, I need to rest for a while. Do you think the heart can do that? No. The heart will going on continuously doing its job until a day comes, it just stops. Now when it stops, you're not here, you won't even know that you are not here, it's gone. But when we are all alive, can we all look into this little things wherein you need to take proper supportive supplements, so that we are taken care in a way where our body can do the job. But if you look at the same situation maybe 30-40 years ago, do you think the amount of pollution was the same 40 years ago? No. Do you think the water what we were drinking was so polluted? No. And what about the food? Wasn't it nutritious food we were eating? All our ancestors were quite healthy. No doubt the diseases also were prevalent that time, and maybe with the technological advances they didn't have so much of high quality medication. But today we have all the high quality medication, but still we are not able to control the disease. For the only reason is, you need to take self responsibility. That's the very everything starts from you. So you need to take responsibility for your health. Saying that, the final this one what you see down there is an anti-inflammatory. What is anti-inflammatory? Basically it's a painkiller. Now don't you think you have a little knee pain, little back pain, little headache, what do you take? You immediately pop in one painkiller. Now does it kill the pain? The word itself, you see the vibration of the word also not good. You can say pain reliever is still okay, acceptable, but when you say painkiller, I sometimes laugh at the way people use the words. Painkiller is not the word to be used. What does it kill actually? There's nothing to, you're not murdering or killing someone, but this is the language we all speak. You need a painkiller. But can you see the what are the deficiencies of vitamins you have? You will have vitamin C deficiency, then the folic acid is vitamin B9, iron, potassium. Potassium is a very important ingredient in your cellular health. your potassium, your sodium, and your chloride. These three very important for your cellular ionic exchange and the balancing of the current inside your cell. We need to have potassium. Now, if potassium is less, what can happen? Definitely your kidney is the first organ which will have some problem. Other than the kidney, your heart is another organ wherein it needs potassium for it to function properly. Now, when you have a regular painkillers you're taking, definitely you will have potassium less. And suddenly you will have cramps in your legs, but you don't know for what, but you're already on painkillers. Now, these are the situation where you need to understand that whenever you're taking some drugs, there is always a situation where it can deplete your nutrition. So please be a little more alert, or maybe even if you're not going to take these medicines directly as a vitamin, you should look at nutritional food, like we call it as phytomedicine. So look at the phytomedicine and then start taking it regularly so that that can help you to move forward. Now, coming to the cardiac medicines, when you're on cardiac medicines, what is the main problem you will face? Which are the one? Which is the B6, vitamin B6, then your CoQ10. CoQ10 is one of the main deficiency you will have if you are already on any of the cardiovascular medicine. So taking a CoQ10, you're not doing any harm to your body. You will be assisting your body to the level where your heart can beat much better. Not only your heart, your cells can be very happy if you're going to supplement your body with CoQ10. Now, how much of CoQ10 can you take? A basic simple 100 milligrams is good enough. Now, when you take CoQ10, it has been found that when you take CoQ10, if you're having kidney issues, if you're on a patient on a dialysis, CoQ10 will definitely help your cells to function much better. And if at all, if it is in the initial stages where you're able to pass a little bit of urine at least, and you're going for dialysis, and when you can give your body a little bit of CoQ10, in fact your body will say thank you so much for giving me all this, and they will be very happy to function because they need energy, and CoQ10 is something which is like an energy booster. It will do the job. Now, many of us would be given this diuretics, wherein is basically to pass more urine, especially if you have very commonly what they will say is the water is filled in your lungs, or the water is in your heart, or maybe you are a kidney failure patient. So what they will do, they will give you a diuretic. Diuretic is basically taking out the water from the outside cell. We call it as an extracellular. Pick out the fluid and then push it out into the urine. Why do we do that is basically we help your system not to get overloaded. When the extracellular fluid is more water, it will just compress on your cells, and they in turn will have problem in their metabolism. So that's how what we do is when we give a diuretic, you will pass more urine. Of course, it's good. And this you would have seen, especially people who had a little bit of chest congestion and the doctor would say there's a lot of fluid inside. They will give you this and you will feel much better after you pass urine, because the water is taken out and then put it out. But what is the disadvantage when you're taking this? You will definitely have B1, B6, vitamin C, magnesium deficiency. Now, if you have magnesium deficiency, magnesium is another very micronutrient which is very important for your every cell of your body. It is also the receptor. That's why if you see in a normal outside market, a lot of companies are selling magnesium oil, magnesium tablets, but how many of us know that magnesium plays a very important role in every cell metabolism? And very important, when you have sufficient amount of magnesium, your blood pressure can come down. Very simple, when your pressure goes up, and if the person is on probably it can be just the magnesium deficiency which has pushed his blood pressure up. So when you give magnesium, automatically the pressure comes down. But here what is happening is all these needs a proper doctor's guidance so that it helps you to make you more healthy. So at the end of the day, what I want, or what we as doctors would like to, is we want you to be healthy. That's how we read a lot. Especially for me, I pick up a lot of information from functional medicine to other nutraceutical situation, where we pick up information and then we try to share. And out there in the European countries, there are a lot of research done, when you take this, what are the deficiencies, what are the problems. So we do have all scientific evidences. So definitely when we need a proper nutrition, we need to understand that when you're on a particular medicines, there is automatically a nutritional deficiency which can happen in you, and you need to check your nutritional status. Now the cholesterol medicines, very simple. Most of us, we are all on anti-cholesterol medicines, isn't it? Like Lipitor to Zocor. What happens? Once again, you see on the other side, which is the main vitamin which has been deficiency? It's the CoQ10. And I have seen not one or two people, I have seen more than 300 to 500 people, especially when they are all on cholesterol lowering medicines, they will have a CoQ10. In fact, when you have a CoQ10 less, you will feel lethargic, you will feel uneasy, you will feel very tired. All this will be there. But along with the cholesterol medicines, if you can support your body with a little bit of additional CoQ10, definitely you will feel much better. But other than that, you have folic acid, you have iron deficiency, vitamin D, vitamin B12. And in most of the nutritional deficiency, if you see here, CoQ10 plays a very important role, B12, B6 plays a very important role, zinc plays a very important role. Now for you, many of us should, especially if you are a man, you need to understand that if you are 40 plus, your zinc deficiency will be there, definitely, because I have seen most of the hair analysis which I have done, and definitely there will be zinc deficiency. If there is a zinc deficiency, what will happen? And if at all, if you are a diabetic, what will happen is your diabetes will not be under control. Now why do we say that? Very simple. I'll just give you an example. Now you just imagine your muscle down there. Okay, muscle has a gate. Okay, the gate needs to open for the glucose to go inside. Now when the glucose reaches the gate, it will knock the door and say, I have brought the glucose, can you open the door? Now if it has to open the door, from inside it will tell, sorry sir, I can't open the door because I need zinc, because zinc is a very important ingredient for you to open up the door. Now if you have a deficiency of zinc, what will happen? Definitely the glucose outside cannot be utilized by the muscle. So what happens? It will go back to the liver. From the liver, what happens? It comes back to your bloodstream, and suddenly you will check your blood and see, hey, my sugar level is so high, but why is it high? But you would say, I ate only little bit of rice or little bit of thing, I didn't eat anything only. So from where the sugar has come? The sugar has not been used. Now why the sugar has not been used is because of the simple deficiency of zinc. It's a very simple situation. Now in this way, if you look at, there are a lot of simple things we all are facing in our life, day-to-day life. Only thing is we don't know what exactly is happening. So that's why I thought today the part 3 I need to close down by giving you this beautiful sharing, so that you become a little alert that whatever medications you're taking, there is definitely a repercussion of nutritional deficiency. So try to compensate it in whatever little forms you can do compensate. So saying that, we go to the next thing. So how do we stay healthy? This is what is all very important for us. So you need to create more collaterals. Now for you to create more collaterals, what you need to do? Keep yourself physically fit. You need to have proper nutrition, very important, the nutraceuticals, and you need to proper support. Your timings of your food is very important. Your sleep is very important, and of course avoiding smoking, avoiding alcohol, all this canned food, tin food, already I spoke in the previous sessions. Definitely you need to. But there is something in common we all can do is, if you are above 40 years, support yourself, your body with CoQ10 around 100 milligrams, take it for 3 months. So any supportive supplements, if you are taking it, please take it for 3 months continuous, then give a break of at least 1 month. Give it a break. The reason is, when you give a break, your body will actually try to recoup back and balance it. But if you are getting regularly, continuously the same brand all through your life, what happens is your body get used to it. It's like your body getting used means the functionality will be slightly low. It won't bother the same thing once again coming inside my body, so it's okay. This is how your body will think. That's why we need to shock your body once in a while. We need to change. Now this is where, when you look at fasting also plays a very important role in giving a shock to your body. So you need to have fasting at least once in a week, so that your body feels, hey, why this guy is not eating today? Every day he has been eating from morning and until evening, 3 times or 4 times. With supper also he's been whacking, but suddenly he stopped eating. So the body will think, okay, this guy is taken. So what it will do is it will start rejuvenating. It will start utilizing the glucose which is already stored. And many of us don't understand that there is something called toxic sugar, or the sugar which is it will be hidden inside your fat, and it won't come out unless you would have seen a lot of people having a big paunch wherein they won't be able to bring it down, even though they might go for regular exercise, they might eat less. Now what is the problem these people are having is they need to do the fasting. Now fasting, if it is a guided fasting with a doctor's guidance, it will be much more better, because definitely you suddenly jump into your what is that your fasting, your body can go into a little bit of heavy, it will not be able to handle, and then you need energy, you will feel weak, all this can happen. So that's where you need to plan your diet, especially if you want to do fasting. Now there is something which regularly I have been doing is removal of heavy metals is an important ritual you need to. So you need to regularly detox your body from heavy metals, and when you do that, definitely you will feel much healthier. And especially with lead, mercury, cadmium, aluminum, arsenic, these are the 5 very important heavy metals which will definitely hamper your metabolism. It will definitely hamper your especially if you're talking about mercury, lead can affect your brain. You can it's seen in most of the time with people with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, even autistic children. Their lead concentration will be high. Now what we need to do is, do not get confused. What you need to do is regular fasting will help you to detox naturally. This is the number one. Number two, consuming more of vegetables and fruits, especially fruit juices. And green tea is another wonderful tool. Spirulina is another wonderful tool. All these, when you do, automatically it will detox slowly. So you won't allow your body to collect the toxins too much. So you need to have a lot of planned food habits, a planned way of taking nutrition, and a planned way of taking nutraceutical support. It all needs a proper planning. Then every day night time, please, as far as possible, finish your dinner between 7 to 8 o'clock. Just finish it off. Do not eat a very late dinner, then supper. All these habits we need to change, and especially if you're all 50, 40, 50 plus, better change your habit. Do not allow the body to deteriorate and then you find solution is no use. It's like like very simple is, do not land up in a problem and then find solution for it. So because damage control is much more expensive than preventive control, which is much more easier, and definitely you can do it. And add more of fiber into your diet. And definitely I have to repeat here that adequate vitamin B12 and B9 plays a very important role in your balance of homocysteine. And homocysteine is something which is very important in causing inflammation in your vessels. Now inflammation in your vessel, what happens? I told you, it will increase your cholesterol. Automatically it will inform the liver, and the liver will start producing more cholesterol. So automatically your cholesterol definitely in your blood, when we check, it will be high. And today's food habits, whether you like it or not, you go to the market and see what are the oils you are available down there. Very simple, sunflower oil. You take even the normal knife brand, or even those oil today, if you see, it's almost 30 to 35 ringgits. Other than that, you get sunflower oil, then you get canola oil. If you look at all these oil, is it really healthy? Definitely not. Now what to do? What is the choice we have? Now the only choice you and I are right now on this platform we have is, we are having a terahertz unit wherein you can resonate the oil, and that in turn can reduce the especially the toxic effects of that particular oil will be reduced, and then when you consume it is still okay. But if you look at the best way for us to move forward will be is medium chain fatty acid. Now medium chain fatty acid means I would say virgin coconut oil is very good. Then you have the olive oil is also very good. Then you have the grapeseed oil. Then you have bran seed oil. Bran is basically taken off from the rice. Bran oil is also. Now these are all a little on the expensive side, but I would say it's worthwhile investing a little bit of extra money for our health, and then use. But of course, ultimately you need to use less of oil. Definitely less of oil is always better, but definitely you need oil. If you are talking about medium chain fatty acid, it is definitely necessary for our good health. So that's why you need to consume. You can actually consume virgin coconut oil 5 to 10 ml every day at night time or in the morning time, and then you can add on to your cooked rice. Cooked rice, you add on 10 to 15 ml of virgin coconut oil is a good supportive nutraceutical you can do. Now you need to, many times we don't check this blood levels of homocysteine and CRP. CRP is a C-reactive protein, which is an indicator of inflammation. Now these two blood tests also, if there is a possibility, do get it done once in 6 months or 1 year, so that is there any inflammation going on. Now if there is an inflammation going on, of course it's not just one particular B complex is less than your inflammation. There are a lot of other factors also, like if you have omega-3 deficiency, that also will cause more of inflammation, and especially if you have omega-6 very high, definitely it's pro-inflammatory. That means it will augment your inflammation. If there is an augmented inflammation happening, what will happen? You will have all the aches and pains. Definitely you will have that. Now that is where omega-3 also plays a very, very important role in two things. Number one, your brain health. DHA, it comes from omega-3. Number two, EPA. EPA also comes from omega-3. Then we have another one called the ALA, which is very, very important medium chain, wherein it will be helpful for your diabetes. If you're looking at heart benefit, the EPA is very important from omega-3. If you want the brain health, DHA plays a very important role. If you need the ALA from omega-3, definitely helpful for diabetes. Like this, even though it is a nutrient, but definitely if you can check the population, the clinical studies have been done, 95% of the population will have omega-3 deficiency. Now if you have omega-3 deficiency, what is the other problem you will face is, there is something called cell membrane. Now for the cell membrane to be healthy, you need omega-3. If probably you don't have omega-3, what will happen is your cell wall become rigid. If your cell wall is rigid, what will happen? You have insulin production already done. It's just I'm giving an example where you are a diabetic. The insulin comes down, it is supposed to go inside the cell and then have the metabolism to utilize the glucose. Now because of the cell wall rigid, it's stiff, I would say, what happens? The insulin cannot go inside. So you have more insulin circulating in your blood. If more insulin is circulating in blood, automatically your sugar levels also will be high. Now see the beautiful interrelation between a cell wall. Because of omega-3 deficiency, the rigid wall is there and the insulin doesn't go inside, and then your diabetes is not under control. But the moment you give omega-3, what will happen is automatically the cell wall becomes more flaccid, and then your whatever nutrients, it's not only insulin, your nutrients also can go inside and then have a proper cellular metabolism. But finally, whatever said and done, you can have everything under the sun, but if you do not have a proper adequate hydration, which is a very, very common problem we all are facing today, everybody, you can check every other person, definitely they will have hydration problem and the cells will be clumped together. Especially if you get your blood test done either through Frankie or through AD or to whoever is doing it, you will see that there will be a clumping of your RBCs. Now if there is a clumping, definitely the metabolism of each cell is hampered. If metabolism is hampered, what will happen? Your sugar levels will be high. Now there are a lot of people after drinking 𝗪𝗪 water, they were calling and asking me, doctor, we drank the water and there is last time it was 6.5, now it is 5.5. It's good, isn't it? Now how did it happen? By drinking water, how did this glucose come down? Very simple. I will probably go to the next slide and then okay, let me explain this. Now of course we all know that resonated water is the one which we are all talking about. Now, what are the ways of resonating the water? You can send microcurrent to the water, you can magnetize the water, you can ionize the water, you can send music to the water, you can chant mantras to the water. But what we have is terahertz frequency exposure. This is the simplest, easiest way. 3 minutes you expose the water, 3.5 liters of water, automatically the resonated water has a different frequency, the functionality is different, the benefits are different, and it's much more easier for your body to absorb. So what happens now today, I think I wanted to share this particular thing, wherein on one side you see the regular terahertz unit. On the left side what you see is the new tabletop model from our terahertz company. It's come out with a beautiful jar behind, wherein you pour the water and then you terahertz it for 3 minutes, and after that you can press the thing and automatically the water comes in a cup. You want 150 ml or you want 250 ml, you can choose how much you want, and you can get instant hot water as well. And the beauty is terahertz water can be boiled. That's the beauty of it. So the company has come out with this beautiful thing, and I'm using it very regularly. It's fantastic. And so we have one is a portable one where you all can carry, and then the other one is where is a tabletop. Maybe you can leave it in your office. It's a very small unit, so leave it in one corner and then you can probably use it regularly because it's just next to you. Now, what are the beautiful properties? As you see in the thing, the linear on the left side, it's a linear, means that it's in a straight line. So what happens, going inside your cell is much more easier. If it is in a straight line and in one line, it's much more easier. But at the same time, if these guys join together in a bulky manner, if 10-15 people want to enter into in that particular door, definitely it is not possible because too many people cannot go inside. But if they are allowed to enter one by one, it's much more easier. So that's what happens when with this terahertz technology, it becomes linear. That means it goes easily. Other than that, of course, what is the benefit of what is the properties? If you look at this, it emits 0.96 terahertz. The device emits 0.96 terahertz. This is actually I would say the sum of it. But actually the terahertz varies from 60 to 1.4. But when they took an average, they found that 0.96 is the terahertz which is commonly emitted by the device. Now what happens when it is exposed, the water is exposed, your water molecular size is almost 2 nanometers, which is the door of the cell to go inside. That is so small. Now what is the frequency? Frequency is vibration. What is the frequency? It's around 7.6. What is the earth frequency? Is 7.83. Is almost less than the thing, but it is almost like a live water which can have all the good benefits. So what are the benefits of drinking a terahertz resonated water? Absorption is much faster. How do you prove that? The only way we can prove is do a blood test, drink terahertz water 15 to 20 minutes, once again redo a blood test. You will see all your cells will be fully hydrated, and then moving forward it will be moving much faster, because once the cell absorbs the water, what happens is it swells up. That's the number one. Number two is it has a very high energy. So if each cell has got a very, very high energy, both of the cells, that means two cells will not stick together, so they will have individually, they will be moving in. So that's a good news for us, isn't it? When the individual cells are carrying the nutrition, your oxygen, when they can detox all the unwanted waste products, it's good, isn't it? So what happens, carrying of nutrients is much easier because one guy at a time can go inside, do the job. Same way cellular metabolism is much better, and oxygenation also improves much better with this terahertz water, because the oxygen molecule is being carried much more easily. Now simple removal of waste products, to understand, simple removal of waste product is much more easier, because when the guys go inside, they can come out also is much more easily, isn't it? But if a fat guy goes inside, maybe with difficulty he would have gone inside, but coming out will be a problem. Once again the water gets stagnated there and cannot come out, then definitely there is a problem of water stagnation. This you would have heard with a lot of people, the foot swelling in a kidney failure cases. All these are all because when your cell has more of water, or the extracellular fluid has more of water, the water is not pushed out appropriately. But all the while your body has been doing a great job by doing its job without telling you, without informing you, without asking you. It has been doing the job. So now what you need to do is you need to also take the same responsibility. Do little favor for your body. Take care of yourself. What better business you have in your life other than taking care of yourself? Little bit, maybe around 30 minutes in 24 hours, can you not spend for yourself? And then of course, your food, what I would say is you need to plan your food. What food you want to eat in the morning, what do you want to eat in the afternoon, what do you want to eat in the night time. All should be planned so that you can live a healthy lifestyle, and at the same time whatever money you have earned can be utilized to the best of your abilities, isn't it? You may have all the money under the sun, but if your kidney is failed or your heart is failed, what do you want to do? You want to go and replace the heart and replace your kidneys, is it? It's not so easy to get it done. So please do take care of your health the way you need to, you should, and you need to concentrate on a little bit of health day to day. And of course, when you have a cellular health improves, the overall health will automatically improve. But all this, I would say, if by chance you become an enlightened soul today, you start working on your the regular methodology of taking care of yourself, it will take 2 years for you to really see some changes in you. But many of us, by the time 2 to 3 weeks itself, we feel bored. You cannot laugh, we cannot do this, we cannot do that, we cannot get up in the morning. You can see, if you cannot wake up in the morning by 5:30 to 6, definitely how can you be a healthy individual? If you cannot go back to sleep earlier, how can you be a healthy individual? But I am with you because I do understand in today's life we all are definitely having a workload with of course, time frame is not able to fix it up. It's still okay. What you need to do is balance your life according to your, you are the best judge for your own self. Do what is right for you and balance yourself. Now when you're doing this, finally what I wish to let you all know is, number one, as I told you, nutrition plays a very important, improving your microcirculation. So what I mean by microcirculation is your collaterals. You need to have collaterals for you to move forward in your life, and then only your heart will be very happy, because if there is one block, it doesn't matter, it will open, go send the blood through the other opening, and then your heart is able to have a good blood supply, and the nutrition what it needs can be given to it, and then the heart is very happy. So you need to have proper collaterals. So for proper collaterals, nutrition plays a very important role. Your blood thickening cannot happen, so your blood needs to be thin. So for that, what kind of food? The 𝗓𝗔𝗦𝗧 water does a fantastic job of basically liquefying. That means it makes your blood a little more thinner. It's good, but there might be people, in spite of drinking, they might have some issues wherein the blood might be thick. It's because probably your food habits, the salt what you're taking, the food habits, maybe that also involves in your whatever health status as of today. So with one, we won't be able to tell you that, because many times I do come across people telling, doctor, I've been drinking this water for so long, but this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. I agree with you. We do not know, because nobody has done a full thorough check on you to find out what other problems do you have. And because we just hold a binocular and then focus on the 𝗓𝗔𝗦𝗧 water and think that the moment we drink, all our problems should be solved. If it solves, well and good for you, but if it doesn't solve also, don't worry. The water when you drink definitely will have a good benefit, good support to your body system, and thereby it will be doing some benefit which you may not notice. It's still okay, but at the end of the day, you need to take care of your heart, and I have given enough of explanation with nutrients which get depleted, and then your microcirculation, the nutrition part of it, which vitamins, omega-3, CoQ10, the B complex. And with this, I think I would like to meet you all once again, but next week definitely it won't be the heart topic continued. Maybe I would like to talk something for the children especially. I don't know, it has been running in my mind for children's health and their nutrition part. Maybe I will look into it and then come back. So thank you very much once again to every one of you gathered down here for this wonderful evening. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful week ahead for you. Thank you. Over to you, Madam Lee. Can't hear, madam.
Can you hear? Not the mic. It's on.
Your throat is all fully cracking now. Madam Lee, your throat is cracking actually. Maybe something to do with your mic.
What's wrong with my mic?
Maybe Brian can take over.
Is it better?
Maybe you speak, Madam Lee, you can speak.
Is it better now?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Okay, huh?
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Prabhu. Please, something wrong with the computer this evening. Yeah. It's something that really caught me, Dr. Prabhu, the main benefits of drinking 𝗓𝗪𝗧 water, faster absorption, faster hydration, the much easier carrying of nutrients, much better cellular metabolism, improves our oxygenation, and the easier removal of waste that is detox. So the cellular health improves and overall health improves. And the second message of the night from Dr. Prabhu is cholesterol is important to our heart. Thank you, Dr. Prabhu. Brian, can we have the video so that at least let's have a look on our heart. Brian, is the video?
Sorry.
Definitely, I wouldn't advise anybody above 40 years to jump and then do the skipping. But I am 56, I do the skipping, it's not a problem. But older people, definitely we won't advise. The best would be for 40 plus will be swimming. Swimming is the best exercise for you. But otherwise, half squats is good enough. It doesn't hurt your knees because you're not jumping. So half squats anybody can do, whatever age you are, unless you have some arthritis issues, then you need to be a little careful. But otherwise, I think there shouldn't be any reason for everyone to do the half squats.
Okay. Question number 2. CoQ10 is also like nitrous oxide, which our body can produce.
No,
And-
CoQ is different, but its way of function is different. Nitric oxide is different.
Will our body produce lesser after 30 of age?
Yes. After 30 to 40 years, your CoQ10 will be less in your body. So automatically you need to consume from external sources.
Okay. And
Whereas
lupus
the nitric oxide, what this gentleman was talking is, you need to have a proper arginine and citrulline. These are all amino acids. If you have appropriate arginine and citrulline, then a nitric oxide is good. Nitric oxide basically will open up your vessels. You know, like you go to the doctor when you have a chest pain, they'll give you a tablet. Put it under your tongue. What happens? Your vessel wall will open up. So if you have sufficient nitric oxide, that means if you have sufficient arginine, so sufficient citrulline, automatically your nitric oxide will be sufficient. But when nitric oxide is less and you have a heart attack, your vessel doesn't open, you know. So automatically doctor give you the sublingual medicine, it will open up and immediately you will feel nice. But most of the time, it is all a balance of nutrition. You need to right from younger age start practicing eating the right food. You know, having the right appropriate balanced lifestyle is very, very important.
Okay. What about if those with low blood pressure, do they suitable to take CoQ10, doctor?
CoQ10 anybody can take, because CoQ10 is a vitamin which is necessary for every cell of your body, but your heart is the one which needs more CoQ10. So by giving an additional CoQ10 to your heart, nothing will happen. It won't overload your heart and then the heart will say, hello, I am already enough. No, it is still will be insufficient, because the dosage we are taking is only 100 milligram. In fact, we go up to 500 milligrams of dosage in cases of renal failure cases, like dialysis cases. We do give a little on the higher dose. The body knows what to do. Whether it's low pressure or high pressure, CoQ10 taking you will feel energetic, when you take for 1 week and see you can climb the stairs much more easily. Because it converts to the ATP, the energy instantly, immediately. You can see the benefit.
Okay. So Lucas from Sarawak is asking, he said, he used to encounter leg cramps in the middle of the night when he tried to stretch his leg. Is he lack of motion? This lack of some kind of nutrition?
Yeah. Now here I would say, see, of course, how old is he? How old is Lucas? I don't know the age. How young is he?
Not mentioned
65.
here.
Oh, wonderful. He's in the youth club then. Fantastic. Welcome the youth club. 65 years is a youth club. Okay, see what's happening is number one, commonest, I would say, commonest problem for leg cramps, potassium deficiency. That's number one. Number two, magnesium deficiency also will have cramps. Number three, vitamin E. Very simple, vitamin E deficiency will have cramps. Other than that, of course, you can talk about if there is no regular exercise for your legs, then definitely suddenly you do some exercise, it can go in for cramps. But nutritional, if you see, it can be potassium, it can be magnesium, it can be vitamin E, and it can be other trace elements and nutrition. Even CoQ10. Sometimes the muscle needs the CoQ10, right? And sometimes the muscle need your amino acids like leucine, isoleucine, and valine. These three also amino acids very important for your muscle. As we grow older, our amino acid will be definitely less. So your muscle also will not be strong enough. So it's always better to check your nutritional status. And if anybody in Sarawak is doing a hair analysis, please get a hair analysis down there, and I can probably help you in decoding and then assisting you what you need to take. You can get it done there.
Okay. Okay, and he said a mother is 79 years. So after drinking carrots past 2 weeks, her glucose level is up and down, up 30 and then down 5 or 6. What do you think of that?
No, it is just 2 weeks, Madam Lee. It's just 2 weeks, and they have been consuming this water. See, every situation, like it can be our own body, or when we change something to a newer situation, like drinking Tara's water, your body also doesn't know what to do, because for the first time it is taking something different. The molecular structure is different, the energy is different. So there will be a little bit of imbalances which can happen in the initial stages. So give a minimum 3 weeks to 6 weeks time for your body to accommodate, and then you would see that there is a lot of stabilization will happen over a period of time. It requires a little bit of time for the body to adapt. So just give some time.
Okay. And Sheila is asking, she said she is 56 and she is having menopause problem. Is it advisable to take CoQ10?
On one side, if you see, menopause is a natural process a woman has to go through. That is on one side. But on the other side, when you look at, definitely 50 plus CoQ10 deficiency is there. Now when we can, it's always better if we can assess the CoQ10 whether it's less or what. Do the hair analysis, you can check we will know exactly the CoQ10 how much is it. Then we can give a supplement. So I normally don't advise people to blindly just take everything. But if at all you want to take, there is no problem. You can consume 100 milligrams. Try it for 1 or 2 months and then see, and then give it a break. But the best would be is get your hair analysis. Then you know where you are. Definitely, if there is deficiency, then you can supplement for 3 to 6 months.
Okay. I think there's no more question, right, Brian? Any more? Hi, Brian. Hello,
Drinking
Brian.
water. I think there's someone with a cholesterol. I think her cholesterol is a problem. What she's telling. Okay, what I would definitely let her know is, 6.5 is still okay lah. Don't worry. We cannot bring back the total to normal of 4.5 to 5. But if at all, if you are looking at the ratio of your cholesterol, look into your LDL, then your HDL, then the ratio. And okay, if at all you want a little bit of easy way out, is number one, regular exercise is very important. If at all you need to reduce your cholesterol, number one. Number two, take some health supplements for your liver, especially your liver. When you take some health supplements, liver tonic I can say, like silmaverin, if you can consume this, probably that will help you to reduce your cholesterol. Number three would be is omega 3. When you consume omega 3, definitely that can bring down your cholesterol level. Other than that, start consuming virgin coconut oil. That also can bring down your cholesterol levels. So there are few things you need to do a little bit of permutation and combination, so that you know what to do, and then try it out. You should be able to get the things going.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. Very good explanation.
That's all questions for tonight.
Okay.
Thank you,
How
Brian.
about
Thank you,
we give
Brian.
a
I
break
think
with the
all the
video?
wonderful souls. Now what has happened is, I'm happy that not many questions are coming. Probably I believe that everyone has understood the way I'm conveying the message, so that the information goes inside the brain very clearly. So I'm very happy. Thank you very much. But definitely, if there is any question, I would love to answer. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful week, and see you next week. Thank you, Madam Lee.
Thank you. Oh, doctor, one more question. This Anthony is asking, can dialysis patients take CoQ10?
Hey, why not? They should, because they will have some issues with the heart if it is a long term
Yeah.
diabetes, and nothing wrong in taking if you're 40 plus. And the best secret I want to tell is, if at all you want to consume any vitamins or nutrition, take it for 3 months, give a break for 1 month, then change the, sometimes you need to change the brand also, change the brand and see which is good. So what will happen is, your body also feels a little shocked to see something new coming inside. If you're continuously taking, your body also feels okay lah, it's the same thing coming, so it will relax. So change, and every 3 months if you can do the change, it will be fantastic.
Okay. Wonderful, doctor. Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you.
So I think before we have this, our dear Mr. Joe Tang sharing the marketing, can we have the video, Brian?